Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Quick, 315. 51 to Mike. That's right, baby. One time. Check 24. Watch the eye. Check.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Hey. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 14, buddy. Go, 14.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Saints 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. 4 down. Look, squeeze. Hit it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
For the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, set.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Hard. Hey, Delta.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Two times. Hey, 4 down. Shoot.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Whoosh. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Petty. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Zebra. You go track. You got it. You got track right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
57's long. 57. Let's go. Mike, 57's right. I got it. 57. Mike, 57. 14, Barney. Defense focus. 57's Mike. Mike, 57. Check pass. 57's a Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Here we go. 55. Get it.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second and 11 now. Wilson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
What? 280. Here we go. Begin. Alert. Good job right there. Check. Flag down.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
What? 380. He's right. Let's go. Move the team. Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shift.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Wilson now to throw again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Breeze now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Breeze. Being chased out, under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, it's complete. He finds Falk here. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Y'all playing the wrong football. It's like 14. 95 to 6. 95, Mike. Watch 95. Front left.
On 1st down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Breeze now to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Check. 12. Watch twist.
And they'll run it again with Penny. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. Tighten up. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. 36 power. 14. Fight it. Hey, switch gears.
Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
1st down, Seattle.
Line 90. 51. Look left.
Penny, the 1st down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Good job right there. Hey, let's get him home. 95 is Mike. Watch 90. What's up? You got it, son. 95 is the same. No, check. He's Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Front left. Check nickel. Say. Look.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Wilson got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards.
Let's go.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
19. Mike, 57. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 25.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
He can't hit. Look. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down.
57 to Mike. On the ball. 4 down.
Now Rashad Penny. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Left hash. Switch. Check 50. Tempo.
They'll toss it to Penny. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Penny running right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Penny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.